Imagine a metal so dense it sinks in lead, so shiny it looks like molten silver, and so mysterious that at a touch, it divides into gleaming droplets. This is mercury, the only metal that is liquid at room temperature, known since ancient times for its beauty and danger. But where does it come from? How is it extracted? What is it used for? And most importantly, what is its place in today's world and in the future? Picture a metal so unusual that it defies the very idea of what a metal should be. Instead of being hard and solid, it flows like water, glistening with a silvery sheen. Mercury is not a common metal. In nature, it primarily appears in the form of cinnabar, a red mineral composed of mercury sulfide. The largest reserves are in China, Spain, Mexico, and Algeria. China, the world's leading producer of mercury, where vast mines extract the metal from the earth. In Brazil, there are no mercury mines, so all the mercury used here is imported, often illegally, especially for gold mining in the Amazon. Recent studies show that illegal mining in the region releases tons of mercury into the soil and rivers, contaminating riverside and indigenous communities. The situation is so severe that, in August 2025, the Federal Public Ministry recommended that Ibama impose a total ban on the use of mercury in Amazonian mining. Extracting mercury from cinnabar is a simple but dangerous process. The mineral is heated in furnaces releasing mercury vapor, which is then cooled and condensed into silvery droplets. In industrial settings, this process is carefully controlled to minimize the release of toxic fumes. In gold mines, mercury is used to separate gold from sediments. It forms an alloy called amalgam, which, when heated, releases pure gold and evaporates the mercury. But in the illegal gold mines of the Amazon, no such precautions are taken, contaminating the air and water. This practice, besides being illegal, leaves a trail of destruction. Research reveals that mined areas lose up to 50% of their carbon and accumulate mercury in the soil, threatening entire ecosystems. For centuries, mercury was used in thermometers, fluorescent lamps, dental amalgams, and even in the production of chlorine and caustic soda. For over 100 years, mercury was a key ingredient in dental amalgams, the silver fillings used to treat cavities. Today, many countries, including Brazil, are phasing out mercury fillings in favor of safer alternatives like composite resins and ceramics. Mercury has played a crucial role in the production of chlorine and caustic soda, two chemicals essential for making everything from plastics to paper. These energy-efficient bulbs contain a small amount of mercury vapor, which emits ultraviolet light when an electric current passes through it. You might be surprised to learn just how many common items once contained mercury, but today, its use is in decline. The Minamata Convention, a global treaty, has set deadlines to phase out mercury in various sectors. In Brazil, the production of chlorine and caustic soda using mercury must be eliminated by 2025, along with the manufacture of fluorescent lamps and cosmetics containing the metal. In industry, alternative catalysts and clean technologies are taking its place. Mercury is one of the most toxic substances on Earth. Exposure to even small amounts can cause serious health problems, including neurological damage. Mercury attacks the nervous system, leading to symptoms like tremors, memory loss, and difficulty coordinating movements. Pregnant women who consume mercury-contaminated fish can pass the toxin to their unborn children, leading to birth defects and developmental delays. The most infamous case of mercury poisoning occurred in Minamata, Japan in the 1950s. A chemical factory dumped mercury-laden waste into Minamata Bay. Thousands of people were poisoned, and many died or suffered lifelong disabilities. This tragedy led to the creation of the Minamata Convention, a global treaty aimed at reducing mercury use and protecting human health. In Brazil, the situation is equally alarming. Studies have found dangerously high levels of mercury in the blood of people living near illegal gold mines. Indigenous communities, who rely on fish as a primary food source, are among the most affected. But enforcement remains a challenge, and illegal mercury continues to flow into the region. Recognizing the dangers of mercury, the international community came together in 2013 to create the Minamata Convention on Mercury. Named after the Japanese city where mercury poisoning first gained global attention, this treaty aims to phase out mercury in products, reduce emissions, promote safer alternatives, and protect vulnerable populations. Brazil, as a signatory to the convention, has committed to eliminating mercury use in several key areas by 2025. One promising method involves using gravity concentration tables, which separate gold from sediments using water and vibration instead of toxic chemicals. To combat this, the Brazilian government is working with scientists and NGOs to develop alternative gold extraction techniques that don't rely on mercury. But the road ahead is not easy. Illegal mercury trade continues to thrive in the Amazon, and many miners resist switching to mercury-free methods. The short answer is yes. Mercury is not essential for modern life. In almost every application, safer and more sustainable alternatives exist. Mercury-free gold mining. By investing in new technologies and providing training for miners, we can eliminate mercury from the gold supply chain. Recycling and waste management. Instead of mining new mercury, we can recover it from old thermometers, fluorescent lamps, and industrial waste. Stricter regulations and enforcement. Governments must do more to crack down on illegal mercury trade and ensure that industries comply with environmental laws. Public awareness campaigns. Many people still don't realize the dangers of mercury. Educating communities about the risks and the alternatives is crucial for driving change. The real challenge is making these alternatives accessible and affordable, particularly in developing countries where mercury use is still widespread. While the fight against mercury requires action from governments and industries, individuals can also make a difference. Dispose of mercury-containing products properly. Choose mercury-free products. Opt for digital thermometers, LED bulbs, and mercury-free cosmetics. Support sustainable gold. If you buy gold jewelry, look for pieces that are certified as mercury-free and ethically sourced. Spread the word, share what you've learned about mercury with friends and family. The more people know, the harder it is for illegal mercury use to continue. Advocate for change. Support organizations that are working to eliminate mercury pollution, and urge your representatives to enforce stricter environmental laws. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to the larger goal of eliminating mercury from our world. Mercury is a reminder of how even the most useful substances can become dangerous when misused. Its story is one of human ingenuity and exploitation, of progress and peril. But it is also a story of hope. Thanks to global efforts like the Minamata Convention, we are closer than ever to a world where mercury no longer threatens our health or our planet. The question now is, will we seize this opportunity? Will we invest in safer alternatives, enforce stronger regulations, and protect the most vulnerable among us? Or will we allow mercury to continue poisoning our rivers, our food, and our future? The choice is ours, and the time to act is now. As we move toward a mercury-free future, what do you think is the biggest challenge we face? Share your thoughts, and let's keep the conversation going.